Welcome everybody to episode 10 of my speedbuild series. Today we are building a hair salon, but before that we are going to change the location of the library slash consignment store slash bookstore. I think I touched upon this in my last speed build where I built the modern house in the back. Quote unquote modern, it's more modern than the rest of my houses. But the library has kind of a diagonal corner piece where the door is located, and it looks like it's like in general like a house that is supposed to be like on a corner. So I changed the location of this and I think it looks so much better now. And then I decided to go for a similar house shape kind of to the two houses on the left of this. Like it's not as big and stuff, but it's like just a box basically without any diagonal pieces. I mean, the bar also has like a diagonal entrance, but I think it's not as prominent as it is on the library. I don't know. Anyways, by the way, I am noticing that one of the windows on the second floor, or like the tiny wall space up in the sports bar, or at the sports bar, that one of the windows is inside out is the wrong word, but it's not placed correctly. I need to fix that later on. But back to this building. Like I said, we're building like a hair salon, and I wanted to kind of resemble the look of the cafe which I built in a previous episode. Not like 100%, but just to have like a little bit of resemblance, so I matched the roofs kind of. I did have like a green piece on the corner there, but I'm going to fix that later on. And I wanted to create like a storefront kind of, which is in a different color, so I went for this green tone. And yeah, I did the flower trick again, like a little differently, because the height of the flower pots was like a little bit different than it was in the building on the right, like the library. So I couldn't like place the flowers that I used there, and I also didn't want to. I wanted to use some different ones. As you can see, I'm adding them in here, and yeah, I'm gonna add some more. I always check if the flower pots are like clipping underneath the other pots so that you can see them, because I don't want them to be like super visible. Like you can see like a little bit of the edge here right now, but when you're zoomed out and the grand pictures there, you can't really see them anymore. Yeah, and I really love how this storefront turned out. Then I also added a little sign. I need to get more signs, like more CC signs, because I want to use them in a lot of builds. I'm also going to use them in a future speed build, which I recorded today, where I finally built the laundromat that I've been talking about for such a long time. But anyways, moving on to the inside of this build. I placed down some flooring, painted the walls. I feel like for this build, it was like, I mean, hair salons can be kind of big, but I feel like it was like too much space in a way. I committed my usual mistake and built 2 big rooms, but I think it turned out kind of good in the end. I think the color scheme is a little weird. I don't know exactly why I went for this dark green in the front. I mean, again, I saw like a picture of something which had like a green storefront, but I'm pretty sure the inside of that building was not like that. I also had to do this weird zigzag thing in the bathrooms because I didn't want to change the walls and the stairs and stuff, so yeah, I went with that, but it's kind of okay because there was some space to add what did I add there? I think a trash can or something. It turns out okay in the end. But I'm not doing the bathroom right now, I'm just putting in some lights and did some tile there. Yeah, the upstairs is going to change a little bit later on. I think I'm going to remove this platform which I put there. For like hair salons in The Sims 3, there's like this item. Oh yeah, I'm looking for it right now. Can I find it? Yeah, there we go. And I think when playtesting it, or like before, I'm not sure, but it wasn't usable like that, so I deleted the platform later on, and I also created a little room around there. Anyways, oh, it also really bothers me. I feel like I'm complaining a lot right now, but it really bothers me how the countertops are like so shiny. I know there's like a mod against that or something. I need to get that because that's really annoying. You can't really see the texture of the marble. Yeah, also I didn't want to put like a cash register, so I just put like an iPad because there wasn't like a fitting cash register for this type of thing, but I wanted to have this reception area as well. Also, I used like a lot of lamps, like the lamps on the windowsills. I used them like in a previous speed build, but I've never used these. They're called like ice lamps, but I think you can't really tell that they're ice. It could like just be the fabric of these lamps, so I put them there. But I've never used them before. Then we are moving on to the upstairs, where I am placing down a few vanities. I don't think they're actually like functional, but it doesn't really matter. I mean, you can sit there and you can look at the mirror and all that stuff, but like the only item which is actually doing like the hairstylist part is the one that I placed earlier on. I think it's from, what was it called? It's not Get to Work, that's like in The Sims 4, but the equivalent of that one in this game. Where you had like the careers where you could join them, or we could join them, where you could play the careers, and it's not like just The Sims going to a rabbit hole. Anyways, yeah, then I added like a sink. Sometimes I forget that you usually, for a lot of CC, you can't edit the first swatch of the item, so I had to change that later on as well. But the sink upstairs is going to be replaced, or like removed later on, because it's like really tight to the entrance, not the entrance, but the upper part of the stairs, and it was kind of bothering me. Yeah, then I placed down some, they're not really vanities, but some more seating downstairs. I put these sides in here a lot, but I think they look kind of good. I feel like they elevate this room a lot. Yeah, also put in some seating. I also did use a lot of flowers in here, but I think it kind of fit the establishment. Yeah, I also put a little seating area in the corner of the room where, yeah, you could sit while you're waiting for your appointment, or if you have like friends with you or something. Of course, a little stool. And then some flowers again. And I think this is the part where I decide to make this into a room. Or maybe I'm going to do the bathrooms first. I also added this giant closet wardrobe, not sure. Like in my mind, all the supplies would be there. Yeah, downstairs a little one as well. Yeah, and then I changed this into a room, and then to put in a drawer I had to remove the platform. And the lamp was kind of in the way as well. But I think it's kind of better in a room anyways, because it's a little bit more private. And if you want to show off to your friends, you can just go through the door and present yourself. Yeah, I put these little things there, added some more flowers. Yeah, that's where I'm also changing the mirror for a TV. I don't think I'm putting one in the downstairs area. Have some chairs for the employees to sit in, and then we move on to the bathrooms. For these bathrooms, I just copied the color scheme of the rest of the building, the salon. Put in some toilets. I'm not sure, but I think I mentioned this in a previous speed build, that I never put in like public bathroom stalls, basically. I just like it better this way. That I think it looks so much better. And I think in Europe where I live, it's much more common to have like real rooms and like not these bathroom stalls. Then I also added a changing table. I feel like I'm adding this in a lot of builds right now. yeah, then like some, oh god, I don't know what you call these, but a little bit more privacy there, as it is right in the in front of the window. A little stool, of course. I think another trash can. Yeah, there we go. And I think this is the build almost done. I'm just going to add a little bit more lights here and there. And I think I'm going to add some more details on the outside. I don't know why it kept lagging like that. I hope it didn't bother you. I added more plants and some, yeah, biking thingies. What do you call these? Like stuff where you can like put your bike. This is a very sporty neighborhood, as you can tell. And that is this speed build done. I hope you enjoyed it, and I see you in the next one.